Good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. My Christian brothers, this message is not for everybody. If you are a churchian, if you are too quick to defend the pastors or the so-called people who said God called them, most of them have just ordinary common small miscall. They say God called them. Even most of them say, now then they call God by themselves. Ngwa gather here, let us reason together. Listen to me and listen very attentively. When we talk about all these things based on experience, nobody will believe me. Nobody will even believe that all these so-called pastors and men of God that fool everywhere, that 99% of them are fake. They will not believe you because religious or whatever it's being called, or Christianity have really eaten deep into the bone marrows of an average African man. If you come out, even as a member of the same church, you come out and tell any of your member in that same church, maybe as either you are one of the choirs, ushers, or whatever, and you tell them what you see in the church, do you know what they will tell you? They will tell you want to tarnish the image of that man of God. They will tell you that you want to spoil the name of that man of God. Make una see what they happen. The real reason why TB Joshua, apostle, prophet, or whatever his name is, by himself, because the issue there now is that TB Joshua, period to his 58 years birthday, give a message that he is seeing his death. Not knowing fully well that most of his disciples, as he used to call them, most of his disciples, mostly white, because if a black man said that, if a black man or black woman make all those confessions, nobody will believe. When Bisola Johnson was shouting on top of her voice because he's one of the top disciples of TB Joshua, when she left that called church, nobody believed her. A lot of people countered her. A lot of people, even she received threat messages. She escaped, a murder attempt in so many occasions. People condemned her, calling her all sorts of names. Even some people call her an Owo. That she just go there and open her legs and things happen. When she lost the favor, she come out to speak. Now, the real truth is out. This one no be propaganda, no be Okute channel carry this news. No be Arise TV, maybe they have one cause or the other to settle with the TB Joshua that carry the news. No be channel television. This one no be Dislover Nigeria. This is BBC iAfrica. You know what it take them for them to do this documentary and investigation for complete good 2 years. Let me remind you, if in case you have forgotten, the day that TB Joshua give a prophecy that is seeing his death is when 4 of the whites he hold hostage. He held them hostage for years, all in the name of being his disciples. They go all manner of torture, all in the name of worshiping God. And now BBC, when those people left, with all threat to their lives, they went out there. You know, whites are not black. Blacks can keep secret for God knows eternity, but whites no. Just give them a little chance for them to escape from where you hold them. They will open up everything. If you like, come for their life, no problem. But at least they are doing that to save other people who will fall into that same victim. But black man or black woman, no. Or can my family turn against me that you are fighting who God called. That was when this man took his life. He by himself simply because he had become a world, what I call a world, a global person. Because you can't just come out now, TB Joshua of all people. Then BBC now will begin to bring out his documentary for him to be coming out to say, I did it, I did not do that. The man knows that it is over for him. If the Nigerian media house, that one is very simple. Try it now. Try it. DSS will come for even they will trace your 4th and 5th generation and got you arrested. Then when this man found out that his secret had made open by the people he held hostages for many years all in the name of disciples. He cannot stand it. If the wife of this man will come out and tell you the truth, she knows about all these things. And she knows that TB Joshua took his life. He committed S-word and took his life. It shock you, Abby? It don't need to shock you. Most of what I might say yourself, a lot of people are passing through all these things in the hands of the so-called pastors. Apostle Joseph Suleiman, how many times have been indicted over women matter? The more you indict him, the more his followers increase, because he will tell you that they are trying to rubbish his reputation. And people will increase. Many more. A lot of them. BBC investigation reveals rapes, fake miracles, harassment committed by late Pastor TB Joshua. Let me break your bubbles. What TB Joshua ran during his reign as a pastor or whatever it is being called, is a cult. That when you get in, to get out is a problem. If the disciples, I wish you have time to watch the documentary on the BBC, because I cannot bring it to my listen. It is very long. You get to understand that, my dear, a lot of people have skeletons in their cupboard, the so-called pastors. Even their workers that have seen all this, most of them refuse to speak out. I pity you that is still being, my daddy G.O., my mommy G.O. Go to church. They use most of them, their wombs, they do sacrifices. Now one shrine to the other. You are going to church. Look at Bisola. How old is she now? She can never have baby of her own. All her womb be taken off. Working as a disciple in the court called the church of Pastor TB Joshua. And many more things. I can go on and on and on and on, but let me read from the people who have these experiences, so that you too that is hearing me will also know which experience are you passing through, or your brother or your sister. Let them come out and speak out. I know that speaking out might not end well, simply because they have everything in their possession. They have the government, they have the police, DSS, military, even thugs. They have it within them, covering them. Anyway, my people, I beg, this one no be say, I beg, make it share. If you don't share this message, anyway, like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe. Let us read between the lines. The British Broadcasting Corporation, which is BBC iAfrica, has announced its readiness to release a 3-part investigative documentary revealing the atrocities and the sexual crimes committed by late Pastor Temitope Balogun Joshua, popularly known as TB Joshua. The millionaire cleric died on the June 5th, 2021, after a heart attack. They call it a heart attack, but he took his life because he predicted it. He saw it coming. He knew that he can't stand the controversies. He can't stand how people will condemn him. He took over his life because he had marched on top. The man have trampled on top of many souls, many foots. He don't commit. As part of the investigation, the British paper said it interviewed at least 30 former members called disciples and workers of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, SCOAN. The 3-part documentary revealed the secret lifestyle of TB Joshua. It detailed tales of abuse, harassment, rape, manipulations, and staged miracles. Source told the BBC that the church knew about all the allegations but never probed him or them. The alleged sexual crime is said to have spanned over 2 decades. 20 good years this man have been in dirty, dealing with people's children. Minor, for that matter. A part of the documentary revealed how a Synagogue Church of All Nations protected its congregation from the truth about the collapses of one of the church's guest house in 2014. A video that was shown multiple times to members on Emmanuel TV showed a short footage of the structure with something that seems like an aircraft flying over it. On television, they were showing all the building had been bombed. One of the souls who lost her daughter in the collapsed building told the BBC iAfrica. Synagogue Church of All Nations is situated at Ikotu-Egbe area of Lagos State. The church grew from a local evangelical congregation into a multi-million-dollar church with worshippers from all around the globe. Bisola Johnson cried hard, but nobody believed her. The aircraft story fed to the members was all a lie. Mr. Emmanuel, one of the young men who served TB Joshua, told the BBC, Emmanuel claimed the church had a structural defect. The foundation of the building was inadequate for the floors built on it. Rhea, a British citizen who attended the church, was a disciple, collaborated. She added that Joshua insisted that the building be raised despite professional advice. They told us, don't tell what you know. Emmanuel, another worker at the Synagogue Church of All Nations, said in the film, they knew something was wrong with the building, but they were managing it that way, and people's lives was lost. Synagogue Church of All Nations later paid the families of the victims cash as compensation, which they interpreted to be hush money. Also, a church worker who was part of the team who handed the money to victims' families in South Africa said TB Joshua directed that she instructed the bereaved families not to speak to the media. Then, the Joshua personally threatened families who refused the money. Source told the BBC. You see, they will always come with threats. They will not threaten you that God will punish you. No, they will threaten you that they are going to buy you face to face in your face. That if you mess up, they are going to treat your whatever you may call it. The building collapse is a good example of everyday life under TB Joshua. It is just a series of cover-ups. It is just this was so big, it was almost impossible for him to make it go away, Rhea said. The BBC found that people were dismembered under the debris and dead bodies were transferred in Synagogue Church of All Nations ambulances to hide the reality of the disaster from the media to protect both the image of the church and the image of TB Joshua. What an irony of wickedness. Wickedness in the high places. Survivors of TB Joshua's sexual exploitation recounted how they were manipulated and silenced even when they knew the relationship they had with the so-called daddy was abusive. These women were part of TB Joshua's discipleship. Several women recounted how he molested and take advantage of them. A few women who resisted his assault at first were threatened into submission. One of the women told the BBC iAfrica. TB Joshua told the women he was sexually assaulting them for their salvation. Make sure that they hear him. All the women said these women joined the synagogue when they were teenagers and spent years before finally leaving. A woman identified as Abisola, that is Bisola, said she was in the church for 14 good years and was raped throughout her stay in the church. When the women got pregnant as a result of being raped many times, they were forced to get rid of the baby in a tiny or dingy clinic inside the so-called synagogue. Make sure they see how people are so wicked and mean. And you tell me this once, that posterity will be kind to them. I doubt that. We went into his room and I stood there. He said, "Off your clothes." So I removed my clothes. He just pointed. So I lay down and then he do what? He take advantage of me. He broke my virginity. I was screaming and he was whispering in my ears that I should stop acting like a baby. I was 17 years old. I was underage, one of the women said. One of the survivors confronted TB Joshua after she managed to escape. She recorded the encounter in a video she shared with the BBC. In the video, a security officer was heard threatening to shoot at the lady. Survivors said they were targeted, beaten, and shot at by the thugs suspected of working for the so-called pastor. BBC documentary revealed how the church stage managed and exaggerated miracles that were televised. People were told to exaggerate their problems so they could be healed. Likewise, their healing so it could be perfected by God. A source who worked at the miracle department told the BBC Africa. This is the end of the news. Then let me drop my own voice. A lot of churches, if not all the churches in Nigeria, all these people that keep doing miracles, only when they organize a crusade or you come to their church, that is when the miracles are being perfected. We have millions and billions of mad people and the crippled people along the road begging. None of them will come out and say, let me go and heal them. Most of them always say, oh, I raised the dead. But mortuary have been there. What is the use of mortuary? To store dead bodies. None of them will go there and raise a single dead body. But they are doing miracles. A lot of them have skeletons in their cupboard, if not all. A lot of them, if not all. And if the so-called Nigerian government can be able to look into this, the better. What Kagame did in Rwanda is what's supposed to happen in Nigeria. Look at Eno, under 6 or 7 months, being elected as a governor of whether Akwa Ibom or Cross River State. The one that declared every Friday is just a kwakekwa, make everybody just, they do anyhow. A lot of 5%, I mean, they are number 5 of unemployed that have the highest unemployment in the state of Nigeria. This man, he sees nothing he can do with money. Not building factories to employ the unemployed youths. He went and built a church of 32 billion naira that can never contribute a dime to the progress of that very particular state. Just like, what they call it, that a businessman that requested for almost all the whole policemen and DSS to escort him and military to escort him to, what do they call it? In Anambra State, what is the name of that? Is a community from Abuja, a business mogul. He didn't come out. He's not coming back to his region to commission a factory, a building. I mean, a farm where people can be employed. No, he is coming to the program where he's requesting for 30 policemen, 30 military, 30 DSS, NSCDC. All of them will be gathered to escort him to go and commission a church, renovated a church, and also build new one. Impoverishing people the more. And people, our Nigerians, the worst part of it is the youths. Nobody sees anything bad about it. Nobody, once you bring out your mouth, there will be 1 billion people to attack you. Why must you speak about a pastor or a church? Listen to me and listen good. I never doubted there's no God. My dear, there is God. But what I doubt till tomorrow is if there is any faithful man of God out there. All the person that said that God called them, if there's any faithful one, point that person, let them come. Let them come. All those ones that saying and do miracle, like Paul and Nature. Every day, people keep carrying crutches and they drop the crutches. While we have crippled men all over the street, do you think they are happy begging to eat? You have blind people all over the street. Do you think they are happy? They don't even know what they feed them. They don't even know where they go or how the earth look like. Nobody will come out there to hear them. But when you talk now, you see the gullibles will be the one to attack you. They are the one now that's fighting for their God. Nigeria is the only place where the pastors who claims to see God, who claims to be in one-on-one relationship with God, will look for police and their thugs to fight for people who are attacking them. And nobody sees anything bad there. Everything it is normal. Who do us and how do we get to this level? My brothers and sisters, now here, blessing, here I go end up because it don't day too long. I don't want to be making my broadcast too long now so that people can start it and end it. If not, if you allow me to talk, I will talk from now till tomorrow about what the harm the religion have done to Africans and Nigerians most especially. Nigeria is being ranked the second highest praying country, but look at what is happening in Nigeria. Does Nigeria look like where the presence of God exists? They have used all their lives and pursued God out of Nigeria. Now, what is working in Nigeria now is either you believe in your pastor, or my dear, go back to your home and die in peace. Nigeria, the only country that the poor man will trek to church only to go and give thanksgiving, give tithe and offering, and also trek back home with empty stomach. The day that person will have a problem, when to that church you are paying the tithe and offerings, nobody will even look at your face. They will tell you they are not running a charity organization. They are whereby your money have been the one they're using to buy private jets and also building universities that even your children, you that is going to the church, even your children cannot attend that universities. And you tell me, oh, it is normal. That is Nigeria for you. Africans, it is time to wake up. Look at the very peaceful convention that have been organized. The same people who brought this Christianity to us are the ones who called the president of Ghana to stop that convention so that Africans will not know the secret that these people have been harboring for a very long time. They still want to keep Africans in perpetual darkness and poverty, all in the name of, when you have problem, go to church. Government will deal with you, go to church. Forgetting that the God we all are calling for, that is government of the day, G-O-D. None of them, they have already known the truth. That's why you see every time they tell you, oh, it is the will of God as you be here. Which God, I beg? You will be the God self. Now they call another God again. Sorrow, agony and pain. Check my people, I weep for Africans. I weep for the people who still be clouded with this nonsense called Christianity. Go back to your home, worship your God. Before the white man came, there is God. Okechukwu, Chukwubikem, and the rest of them have been the name our fathers and forefathers have been answering even before the white men come and deceive them with the gunpowder. When we talk, they tell us to keep silent. We cannot keep quiet, my dear. We keep talking until Africans have been liberated. Well, my wonderful people, please, when you get this message, you like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. I'll be right back again with another blockbuster. Have a nice day, people. Ke Mesiano.